Hello Scorpio, welcome to your February 2020 reading. Thanks for joining me. My name is Michelle. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Special welcome to my podcast listeners on Apple and Spotify. Overall, the energy around you is Jupiterian, and Jupiter, of course, is often thought of as the planet of luck and the planet of expansion. There's a whole wheel of fortune energy around your reading, actually. Change. Seeing and understanding the bigger picture, prospering and experiencing joy as a part of Jupiter's influence. So Scorpio, optimism, having faith that things will get better. When we speak about the card of Easter, of course, it's about new beginnings. It is where the Christian tradition appropriated the festival of Easter as its own festival of rebirth. So whereas in the old times, the symbol of the egg and the symbol of rebirth were part of that, it kind of appropriated into the Christian holiday and remembrance of Christ, and Christ being resurrected, reborn. It's that kind of energy. So rebirth, new beginnings. After something ends, something dies, so to speak. So something that was hard to let go of, there's a feeling here of understanding that something old needed to symbolically die off before something new could blossom. The resistance to change, of course, can cause that rut energy. There's a feeling here that there may have been some depression or some sadness around an old situation that needed to be let go of. And the faster that we let go, of course, we can start that cycle fresh. We can start to get this change coming in, this faster movement toward a life that is more satisfying. So the whole energy around here is a symbol of rebirth and hope after going through a time of loss, of grief, of sadness. It's beautiful energy for you, Scorpio. So let's take a look. And of course, your card is the Death card. So if anyone can understand the cycle of rebirth, it is a Scorpio. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Devil card. So yes, that heaviness, that intensity, feeling trapped, feeling stuck in a rut, stuck with something holding you back. Let's see where this goes for you. You may have even felt cast out, lonely, cast adrift. There may have been a situation where you felt that you were abandoned. You may have felt inadequate, a sense that other people were enjoying life and you weren't, not having your wishes fulfilled, a sense of discontent. But I get you needing to, I get a change in your mindset that's brought about by some kind of epiphany or aha moment here. So let's see. Right in the center of this reading for Scorpio, we have the Three of Cups in reverse. And we also have the Page of Wands. Okay. Wow. Immediately I get this energy of news coming in. There is some kind of, I get it as some meddling, some gossip. There may be a third party. Let's see. I need some more information about this. Okay, the Queen of Cups. We also have the Sun in reverse. What I'm getting around this is that there is news coming in. I feel like there is some kind of person. I feel that this is someone who's going to help you heal. But I feel, well, the main energy that I have to say it, Scorpio, I feel like this is actually delay, a distraction, temporary kind of happiness. In the past, we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So for you, there's a sense of instability, of being cast adrift, feeling all at sea, certainly not being able to cope. I get this as like a coping mechanism here. Why do I feel like this is a third party or some kind of validation here of self. I feel the reason why is because of this autumn is my last hope card, or autumn is my last chance. Please don't lose hope. The symbolism on this card is a woman, a rather sad, forlorn-looking woman, very Five of Pentacles, feeling inadequate, feeling unhappy with herself, feeling very insecure. But yet she has this apple in her hand, so she's able to sustain life, she's able to sustain herself, nourish herself. It's symbolic of compassion for self and also self-love, self-worth. So this is someone who doesn't feel that sense of self-worth, feels that sense of inadequacy and loss, of poverty, not being enough or not having enough, but yet being able to sustain herself, but being blind to that. Okay, so I feel like there is an energy around that here. Someone who has felt inadequate, has been somehow, I get possibly rejection or abandonment, something which it was very harsh in the past, and as a result there has been a feeling here of maybe some depression, or even a sense of grieving for something that was lost. A lot of pain associated with this and an inability to cope, but yet there is some kind of third-party situation here which somehow gives you that spring in your step. And we also have the Six of Pentacles. So something coming in here which gives you that sense of getting something. I get this as like a transactional energy. I'm sorry, Scorpio, that's what I feel. It's like this person gives to you in order to get something from you, but you do the same. So it seems like there's some kind of transactional component around a relationship, or something new coming in, I feel, where someone has given you maybe compassion, love, in order to get something, and likewise you. It's like filling each other's needs, filling a void in each other, that kind of thing. Scorpio, it may not be you, it may be someone around you. It could, if you're cross-watching, be a Scorpio that you're dealing with. Strength in reverse, temptation. I feel like there's temptation to get involved with someone here for what they can somehow give you some kind of validation, Scorpio. Wow. The Hangman in reverse, it seems to be a repeat cycle, something that doesn't change. Wow. Yeah, something coming back here, something coming back around. It may be an ex, or it could just be a situation here which is similar to something you've had in the past. Chance for it to do again. The Ace of Cups, so it seems to fill your cup here. It seems to give you a sense of emotional contentment or fulfillment. You're looking for love. You're looking for love to fill a void. You're looking to love to make you feel better. But there's no enlightenment here. There's rather a sense here of being quite unaware of what is driving this relationship. Yeah, and the Six of Swords in reverse. Goodness me, Scorpio, it seems like this is a repeat of some kind of coping mechanism. I'm sorry to say, when I started this reading, it all looked really, really good, but now I'm seeing this as a block. All you really want is to move on from a painful situation in the past. And I feel that within you. Now, you're being asked not to lose hope, but I feel that you are losing hope. Why? Because I get this sense that you feel only by seeking something new or going for another relationship here is going to fill that need within, fill that void. Because you're feeling less than, you're not feeling strong. you're not feeling your best. And there is someone around you who is kind of filling that energy up. They're making you feel good. They're giving you something. You're receiving it. And it's making you feel good, but it's ultimately coming from a place here which is delaying your happiness. It's not moving you forward. So I feel that this is a repeat of a cycle, and it's actually blocking you from this Jupiterian energy. Scorpio. It's all about you letting go, but sometimes it's hard to let go of what no longer serves us, and to understand that the old needs to symbolically die off before something new blossoms. So this resistance to change causes rut energy, a rise of various distractions, or a feeling of depression. I get there's two things here. For some of you, there is depression or a feeling of sadness and loss, and not being able to feed oneself or sustain oneself because of a low self-worth. The faster we let go, of course, the quicker we can start a new cycle. The faster we can move toward a life that's more satisfying. So it's not about hoarding, or not about going out and attaining something in order to get that feeling back. It's almost like an addictive quality. I did have the devil there at the bottom of the deck. An addictive quality here. An addiction to something that makes you feel good. Could be addiction to love. But rather than move you on, it actually prevents you from moving on. Just accumulates more baggage. It's hoarding. I get this as hoarding energy. Rather than shedding room to make room for the old, you're just bringing on more baggage. Scorpio. I hate to say it, but that's what I see here. Bringing on more baggage. So how to change this? Well, it's about changing up the cycle of how you cope. Looking at the motivation for giving. From both people here, because I feel that this Queen of Cups energy, it's a feeling of somebody giving you love or giving you some kind of emotion to get something from you, and you likewise. It's very transactional component, and it is a third party as well. I feel like you may be partnered, you may be married, Scorpio, and this person is messaging you, coming to visit you. There's a lot of playfulness, a lot of flirtation here around this Queen of Cups. Another water sign, or someone who just has that kind of empathic energy about them, a giving type of individual, someone who you view as lovely. Obviously there's beauty here. I feel like talking to a man here. So if you're cross-watching, this may be a Scorpio that you're getting involved with. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus signs, I encourage you to look at all of those. If you're a Scorpio yourself, I don't feel that this is you. I feel that this is either someone you're dealing with, or this is one for the cross-watchers, because I get that this is someone who really is very easy to be tempted. I get a temptation here to get involved with people to fill some kind of emotional void within themselves, and this feeling of lack or of inadequacy, an inability to sustain one's own self. It leads to a void. It leads to needing to gain validation from others. Scorpio, it's time to stop relying on others for comfort, for warmth, for sustenance. Only true self-love can bring this. Waiting for others to give you what you need leads to loneliness. It leads to a difficult time in life. So look at what you already have within you. Turn to it. Feast on it. It tells me that you already have something here. You already hold what you need. This apple, whatever that is symbolic of in your life, you already have what you need to sustain, to nourish yourself. So learn to love and appreciate this apple, whatever that is. The feeling here is that there is a gift around this apple, the gift of wisdom, the wisdom that comes with self-love. It's a gift. I do get this energy that you truly want that. You truly want to love yourself. You want to commit to helping yourself. But I feel like there is this need for approval, for shelter, for rescue. But we can only really rescue ourselves, can't we? It's really about finding what we need within ourselves rather than seeking it from other people or from relationships. And I feel that you're going down a road here, Scorpio, of something that you've repeated, a cycle that you've repeated. Rather than moving you forward, though, it's blocking you from achieving this new beginning. Something that you need to release. It's a pattern of behavior, a cycle that keeps coming back around. It just leads to loneliness. It leads to a dead end. I get a dead end and an accumulation of more baggage. Let's see what else we have here for you, Scorpio. I want to take a look at the Six of Swords in reverse. The Seven of Swords in reverse. It's not a workable plan. This is a strategy that isn't going to pay off for you. In actual fact, if you're partnered, if you're married, then this is going to lead to something where you will have to try to gain forgiveness, to try to make amends. You could lose a partner here. You could lose this apple, because it tells me that you have something already around you that sustains you, that has the power to sustain you. You're just not seeing that apple. You're seeking it from some external source, this love cup here, this Ace of Cups, something new. You're seeking it from something new. There is someone around you that is filling that role in some capacity here, Scorpio. Let's take a look at the Hangman in reverse in your external influence. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. I see the two queens here. I feel one is a partner. One is a partner. I feel this is a partner. You don't want to give up this partner, but you also want this other thing, because it feeds you somehow. Validation. You get something from it. But you don't want to give up this partner either. You don't want to sacrifice this partner. Let's see what else we have here for Scorpio. Okay. Alright, we've got the Page of Swords, and what jumped out on the floor there, that was the Seven of Wands in the upright. Let me grab that for you. Sorry about that, guys. Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands. Yeah, you're very you're vigilant not to lose this person. You don't want to lose the person that you're with, and you're very protective of this person. You're vigilant. You don't want this person to leave, but you do have this other thing here that you also can't give up. What's this Ace of Cups? Hopes and fears. King of Wands in reverse. Yeah. It's how you're feeling about yourself. It's lack of confidence. Lack of confidence in your abilities. Lack of strength. This is why you chase this newness, this new love, something new. Let's see what the Strength card is in reverse. And the Seven of Cups. Yeah, you have You get tempted by options. You're very easily tempted by newness, by the fancy new shiny things around you. Very tempted by people who are attractive. So I get your head is turned here. It's happened before, I feel, and it's this Queen of Cups. But you're vigilant. You don't want this partner to find out, Pisces. This won't be for all of you, of course, as a general reading, so keep that in mind. But this is what I'm seeing in this particular reading, and it's all coming from, or stemming from, the fact that you don't feel confident. You lack confidence. What's this Queen of Cups? The World. Yeah. You're looking for fulfillment. With this Queen of Cups, you're looking for her, I feel it's a her, could be male, of course, this can be the opposite way around, for fulfillment, for completion, to fill you up, to complete you, because you feel this sense of loss within, this void within. What is the Sun card in reverse? And the Three of Wands. Yeah, it's actually preventing you from receiving your abundance, from receiving your rewards from the universe. It's preventing you from growing. It's preventing you from moving on. So this is just keeping you stuck in this rut, this same old, continuing down the same path, doing something over again. It's a cycle. It's a cycle. I feel that you need to complete this out, that you shouldn't do this again. I think deep down you know that, but the temptation is mighty strong, and for you, not all Scorpios are going to take this temptation, but some of you will. Some of you will. But at what expense? Because at the very least, it's not going to get you to where you want. I think it will be very temporary happiness. But then I think that you're going to have to return to something, try to build it back up after feeling sorry for going towards this temptation. And then you could lose a partner here as well, lose your main partner. What is this Six of Pentacles for? Yeah, the Chariot in reverse. I do feel that for you don't really know what you're doing. I get a scattered energy, a chaotic energy around this, distractive energy. And to distract yourself, this is what you do. I feel that this is a distraction for you, but it's a pleasing distraction while you're doing it. But after the fact, I feel that you don't like how that feels. Let's see, what else do we have here? And the Tower. Now, that's that illumination. That's that understanding, that aha moment that I was speaking about at the beginning of this reading, Scorpio. So something seems to come about here from this experience, coming around again. Something happens. It may be your partner. It may be your partner finds out, stands up and says, no, none of this, I'm not having any of this. They may walk away from you. But whatever it is, I feel that this brings to you this aha moment, this epiphany that tells you can't continue to do this over and over again. And it really leads you to, I feel, try to work through this in a healthy way so that you can move on. I feel that you need to rid yourself of some baggage here, Scorpio, I do. But the way that you're trying to rid this is not healthy. I get it as an addictive kind of energy. Addicted to love, addicted to filling that void within because of a lack of confidence in yourself. And there's a definite need to move on from that, to turn your back on this and rather try a different way. Try a different way. But yet I feel some of you will actually be tempted by this. But your partner, I feel, is going to find out. You don't want them to, but I feel that they are going to find out, and they could potentially sacrifice the relationship. And then you're going to want to come back and try and make amends to that person. And of course, it will be up to them whether or not they take you back. Whether or not they take you back, you know. Oh, Scorpio. The thing is, you already have what you need to move on, and yet you're looking externally for some kind of cure-all, something that will get you through this, that will help you. But it's not something that's going to help you. It's actually going to hinder you and prevent you from moving forward. You know, I'm wondering here, I want to get one more card actually before I say that, on the outcome for Scorpio, with the Six of Swords and the Seven of Swords, both in reverse, and the Ace of Swords here. So there is this epiphany, there is this breakthrough, this moment where you realize that this isn't going to help you, it isn't going to work. So something about this situation with this Queen of Cups gives you some kind of closure. Something happens with that person where you have this moment where you realize that this isn't working. It isn't helping you move on from the past. Doing this over again, this cycle, isn't going to work. And I feel you're going to pull back from this. The majority of you Scorpios will pull back from this and decide to take a different road. And it's the road of rebirth. Only a Scorpio can go through this cycle and come out the other side and see things from that higher perspective. And I feel that you're in the process of doing this. But while you're in the process, temptation is very strong. You're still easily tempted, but I feel like you won't be as easily tempted in the future. It's like this has come in here in order to test you, to test whether you're going to take this road again. I do think it will be the last time, though, for the majority of you Scorpios. The last time you'll be tested. And for you, it'll go one of two ways. It'll either be the last time you're tested and you'll just continue to go down this road and give up, so to speak, on moving on, or on freeing yourself of this more devilish kind of energy, that darker, shadowy side of oneself, the things that we do in order to fill that void. For others of you Scorpios, I feel the majority of you that are listening, you're going to make a choice here to take a different road and do things a different way and realize that this isn't sustainable, it isn't going to work. And I get you backtracking here, especially if you've caused some damage, and trying to make amends. I get trying to make amends. What is this Page of Wands? Yeah, we've got Justice in reverse. It's very unfair. I feel like some kind of third-party situation here. Your partner, I think, is just going to get sick of this. That they've experienced it before, I feel. And if they find out, if they feel that there's another third party here, they're just going to walk. I feel like they're going to sacrifice the relationship. And that may, in actual fact, bring about this enlightenment, this epiphany, this breakthrough where you realize that you're being destructive. But at what cost? Because I don't know whether your partner will take you back here, Scorpio. That's the thing. What is this Three of Cups in reverse? Yeah, the Eight of Wands, it's something that comes in quickly, happens very quickly. Fast-moving energy around this third party. Yes. They either come into you or you go into them. There's a message here, communication, this third party. Happens very quickly, and it really upsets the balance. I feel like the energy around this is one of someone who is trying to cope, trying to get through a difficult situation, trying to move on from the past, trying to move on from this needing validation. But here comes something, and it kind of throws a spanner in the works here, Scorpio. But it's a test, it's some kind of trial here to see if you'll go down this road. Again, yeah, but you feel like it could. The thing is, some of you Scorpios feel like this is something that you need to do in order to right yourself, or to make something right from the past, to rebalance or readjust the scales of justice here, to put things right, But the truth of this, Scorpio, is that what will need to be put right is if you go towards this third party, get involved, and then need to make amends to a partner. Wow. Let's take a look at this hopes and fears here with this King of Wands in reverse and the Star in reverse. You know, there's this feeling here of lost hope, not seeing any way out, just kind of taking this as a last resort to make yourself feel better, Scorpio, is what I'm getting from Spirit. Taking this opportunity that's around you from this Queen of Cups, who's filling you up with love, or filling you with what you feel you need. You feel it's a last resort, that you need this as a last resort to make yourself feel good. But it's going to bring about destruction. It's going to bring about hurt to a partner, I feel, and then subsequently you, because you're going to try and swiftly make amends, but whether or not that partner takes you back, that's dependent on them. So let's have a look at this Soul Coaching Oracle. Message for Scorpio, please. Message for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to hear? Message for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to hear? Message for Scorpio. Energy, healing energy and immense vitality flow through me easily and effortlessly. Well, that's the thing. You have the power to heal yourself. This energy, this apple, is your life force. But yet you're seeking it from an external source. And that's the problem here. When we talk about energy, we talk about health, healing, passion. These qualities are expansive qualities, life force energies, healing energies. So around this, there is a feeling of that being, not having that within, maybe even feeling a repression of that. And this draining, it's kind of like you've been drained of this energy. There's a feeling of denying yourself. And so this feeling of nourishment here, something that you could nourish yourself, is being drained, or has been drained away, and you're unable to fill that back up. And so to get that energy force back, it's like you have to go towards this new love situation, or focus on fantasy or idealization of love, in order to fill that back up, to fill that life force back up. Yeah. That's how I'm feeling. But you can, if this was a healthy individual, they'd be able to do that within themselves. And yet, I feel like I'm talking to someone here who's can't fill that tank back up. They're desperately trying to fill that energy tank up. They feel drained of energy, and so they go out, get passion, get love to fill that up. You know, for some of you Scorpios, you may be dealing with a narcissist. I have to say it. And this narcissist seems to go and do this whenever they're feeling drained of energy, whenever they need to fill that tank back up. Fill this love tank, so to speak. And they feel it gets them to the point where they get so drained of energy, they lose all hope, and they go for something here. They go for it, but a partner, someone around them, a Queen of Pentacles, a spouse, could be any sign, but it's someone who is very grounded, someone who is a stable individual, like that rock force, that solid individual, nurturing, capable person. I feel finds out and is not going to put up with it. And there is this tower moment. And then I get that tower moment leads to this breakthrough, this clarity, this understanding of what this is, or why this can't happen again. But will it be too late? We'll have a look next month, Scorpio. I hope that you join me. I wish you the best with this, I really do. If you'd like a personal reading, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. If you're enjoying these readings, please do share them on social media. That would be really great. Thanks again for watching, guys. I have my 2020 yearly forecast out as well. That might be helpful. I have that link in the box below. Thanks again to my podcast listeners on Apple and Spotify, and bye for now, Scorpio.